Up from the skeleton stone walls, up from the rotting floorboards and solid beams of the old cotton factory, dusk came. Up from the dusk, the full moon came, glowing like a fired pine knot. It illumined the great door and soft-showered the Negro shanties aligned along the street of Factory Town. The full moon and the great door was an omen. Negro women improvised songs against its spell. Imagine quitting time in the South Georgia twilight as a chorus of cane cutters enter, dancing and singing work songs, signaling the end of a day's labor.
I am a pilgrim, gonna climb on board and ride that train to see my Lord, where he sets a table and he lays a feast. There the mighty gonna serve the least.
So bend and cut,
One for my woman,
bend and cut,
one for my Lord,
bend and cut,
one for my credit
bend and cut,
at the factory store,
bend and cut,
one for the big house,
bend and cut,
and the next again,
bend and cut,
one to buy my ticket
bend and cut.
on the pilgrim train. Until that day when I board that train, you will find me cutting cane. I use my back and I work my hand to glean the promise of the promised land.
So bend and cut,
One for my woman,
bend and cut,
one for my Lord,
bend and cut,
one to pay my credit
bend and cut,
at the factory store,
bend and cut,
one for the big house,
bend and cut,
and the next again,
bend and cut,
one to buy my ticket
bend and cut.
on the pilgrim train. I am a pilgrim, gonna board that train, but on train to see my Lord, where he sets the table and he lays the feast. There the mighty gonna serve the least. Until that day when I board that train,
One for my Lord,
you will find me
to pay the credit
cutting cane.
at the factory store.
I use my back
One for the big house,
and I work my
and
hand
the next again
to glean the promise
of a ticket
of the promised land.
train. So
Bend and cut,
One for my woman,
bend and cut,
one for the Lord,
bend and cut,
one to pay my credit at the factory store,
bend and cut,
one for the big house,
bend and cut,
and the next again,
bend and cut,
one to buy my ticket on the pilgrim train. I am a pilgrim, gonna climb on board and ride that train to see my Lord, where he sets the table and he lays the feast. There the mighty gonna serve the least.
so bend and cut,
One for my woman,
bend and cut,
one for my woman.
Bend and cut.
One for the Lord.
Bend and cut.
One for my credit
Bend and cut.
at the factory store.
Bend and cut.
One for the big house
Bend and cut.
and the next again.
Bend and cut.
One to buy my ticket on the Pilgrim Trail.
Creatures of the night stir as Luna, a beautiful personified moon, appears. As she rises, light reveals Big Boy's totem tree. An owl's eye opens, and Luna enters singing her tango.
Shift your glance from me, enraptured as I wax and wane. The shadows darken and at midnight stroke will cast a spell upon the shanty folk. We'll cover factory town in dusky smoke, a mix of sin and boiling cane. Dark descend, and all along the street the night portends your truer nature, and when nightfall ends, we'll see who crawls out from the cave. Don't blame me, the moonlight's glow reveals my destiny. The darker conflicts you cannot foresee, eruption to a passion play. Hounds will bay, midnight creatures come out and play. I'll see what humankind ignores. Stay inside if the truth you cannot abide. As trouble laps these swampy shores. I'll see what humankind ignores. Stay inside if the truth you cannot abide. As trouble laps these swampy shores. Dance with me, come on and take a chance with me. You cannot shift your glance from me. Enraptured as I wax and wane, the shadows darken and at midnight stroke will cast a spell upon the shanty folk. We'll cover factory town in dusky smoke, a mix of sin and boiling cane.
Louisa sang as she came over the crest of the hill from the white folks' kitchen. Her singing had the low murmur of wind and fig trees. Bob Stone, younger son of the people she worked for, loved her. By the way the world reckons things, he had won her. Tom Burwell, whom everyone called Big Boy, also loved her. She was deciding between the two. Louisa joins Miss Thelma and the other domestics as they trudge toward their homes in Factory Town. She complains to Miss Thelma about Big Boy's reluctance to move away and says that Bob Stone has mentioned taking her to places where they could live as a mixed-race couple without causing an uproar, and shows off his gift of silk stockings. Miss Thelma warns Louisa that white bosses often make empty promises. But Miss Thelma understands that a woman's got to do.
A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do. She gotta feed her child and protect herself too. If she thinks too much, she might get blue. Ah, but a woman's got to do what a woman's got to do.
A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do. She's got to feed her child and protect herself too. If she thinks too much, she might get blue. A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do.
Well, she loves her God,
She loves her man,
loves her child. Will she take a stand?
she tries to say right from wrong.
If her voice is small, her heart is strong. A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do. She got to feed her child and protect herself too. If she thinks too much, she might get blue. A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do. In the fields the sun is hot.
A man, he suffers a lot.
But in the kitchen, if truth be told, a woman is waging a war. That's all a woman's got to do. What a woman's got to do, she got to feed her child and protect herself too. If she thinks too much, she might get blue. A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do.
Up from the deep dusk of a cleared spot on the edge of a forest, a mellow glow arose and spread fan-like into the hanging heavens. And all around the air was heavy with the scent of boiling cane. Old David, Georgia, stirred the thickening syrup with a long ladle, and ever so often drew off the foamy scum. Oh, the sweet smell of that cane was oppressive, and the ominous moon hanging in the night. Now there was always talk among the cane cutters of going up north, but most of the men gathered around the syrup kettle, sampling old David George's whiskey, gossiping and listening to David George's tales, aren't going to leave the kettle's warming glow for the cold unknown that David, Georgia refers to as up south.
Up from riding floorboards, coastal factory walls, the autumn dust will grab you, hold you in its straw. Think you're independent, plans to go your way. The chains of life will hold you, mired in the Georgia clay. If it in the grind, it will wear a man down. Man lives life in this circle till he's in the ground. You're about as free as a new harness to oppose. Think you're on your way somewhere, think you're in control. But season after season, everything's the same. You're still picking cotton, you're still grinding cane. If it in the grind, it will wear a man down. You'll go round that circle till you're in the ground. Pickaninny stream of the men to be someday. Young men dream of jelly roll and romping in the hay. Working and dream of better work and better pay. Old men dream of childhood and living yesterday. Vivid in the grind, it will wear a man down. No man escapes the circle till he's in the ground. Pivot in the ride, it will wear a man down. No man escapes the circle till he's in the ground.
Tom Burwell, also known as Big Boy, chewed cane stalk and laughed with the others until someone said something about Louisa and Bob Stone, about the silk stockings she had gotten from Bob Stone. Big Boy sprang up, glared at the men and said, "Louisa, she's my gal." He stared each man down and then stormed off. The cane cutters were stunned by Big Boy's outburst. His anger frightens them. They know it could mean trouble. Alert to danger, they are flooded with choices. Stay, run, hide. The molten moon, the volcanic Big Boy, the eerie electricity in the air, all signs of danger. They sniff, but can smell only sweetness. Old David Georgia tries to calm the jittery men with his singing of Slow Boil.
Not too slow, not too hot. Never give her all you've got, but stir it a little, but not a lot. Don't use all that fuel. Careful, children, not too fast. You gotta make the sweetness last. Nothing foreign, nothing new. Please don't kick that mule. If a little sweetness is your goal, simmer till it just begins to roll. Otherwise, you just might lose control. You gotta keep it at a very slow boil. Cane brakes rustling loud tonight, eerie in the red moonlight. Strange things mixing out of sight. Hold tight to what you've got. Sweet things sour mighty fast. If you don't respect the past, bless the ones who'll take a chance. There's trouble in the pot. If a little sweetness is your goal, simmer till it just begins to roll. Otherwise, you just might lose control. You gotta keep it at a very slow boil. Come here, sugar, see what I got. Sticky sweet for you. Pulsing, rising in the pot. I'm keeping it hot for you. I will be your sugar daddy. I'll always be true. If you be my sugar plum, just a pinch will do. If a little sweetness is your goal, simmer till it just begins to roll. Otherwise, you just might lose control. You gotta keep it at a very slow boil.
In spite of old David George's song, Restlessness is afoot, the full moon and the great door, an omen, where rusty black and tan spotted hounds begin plaintively to yelp and howl. Chickens wake up and cackled. Intermittently all over the countryside, dogs barked, roosters crowed, as if heralding a weird dawn of some ungodly awakening. Moonlight floods the blood-dyed clay.
Boys, it's best you beware when you see it in the air. That's the haze of a red devil moon. When the air's so moist and thick, it's so sweet it makes you sick. That's the night of a red devil moon. When you're hungry for more, come on out that back door. You can't hide from of a red devil moon. When the mule's spindles shake and the milk thread starts to break, that's the night of a red devil moon. When you're hungry for more, come on out that factory door. You can't hide from that red devil moon. When your woman can't be found, chances are she's playing around, led astray by that red devil moon. On a night such as this, when there's magic in the mist, that's the night of a red devil moon. And strange things will unfold when it has you in its hold on the night of a red devil moon. When you're hungry for more, come on out that factory door. You can't hide from that red devil moon. When your woman can't be found, chances are she's playing around, led astray by that red devil moon. When nature is transformed like the air before a storm, that's the night of a red devil moon. When the mule mounts the calf and you crave what you can't have, that's the night of a red devil moon. When you're hungry for more, come on out that factory door. You can't hide from that red devil moon. When your woman can't be found, chances are she's playing around, led astray by that red devil moon. When you're hungry for more, come on out that factory door. You can't hide from that red devil moon. When your woman can't be found, chances are she's playing around, led astray by that red devil moon.
Factory Town Waltz is an instrumental that underscores Louisa's fantasies. It is a song for frolicking in the sunlight, a dreamlike experience of budding love. Will it be Louisa and Bob Stone, or Louisa and Big Boy, or neither? Louisa pauses in a moon-dappled clearing and imagines her life lived the way people lived in the white folks' magazines. She also imagines life with her comfortable blanket of a man, Tom Burwell. In our concert version, she starts out fantasizing about a life with Bob Stone, but winds up choosing Tom as we hear him join her in a duet.
Just to think we're passing there, and no one cares what we might do or say. Every walk of life is there, and every form of love is on display. In such a place so full of strange and different views, we're free to love the one we choose. You take me to establishments with fine affair, no longer small or scared, equal of any there. Maybe we'll sit down to tea with china cups and dainty things to eat, and live together arm in arm. We'll stroll the streets in such a world. The two of us would not be news, and free to love the one we choose.
Louisa, Big Boy, Bob Stone rushed through the forest and canebrake, each looking for one of the other. Their near misses would be comedic were it not for the syrupy sweet suspicion that haunts them all. Bob Stone arrives at his and Louisa's designated meeting place and paces as he waits. No Louisa. Tom Burwell must have her. Until this evening, it had never occurred to him that Louisa might have a beau in Shantytown. He wondered if there were other things about Louisa that he could never know. Something about a race that was unknowable.
I am good when you need stockings, I am good when you need bread. But when your heart is hungry, you turn somewhere instead. Don't you think it hurts me deeply? Don't you think I feel things too? The way I feel about you is powerful and true. Don't you think it hurts me deeply? Don't you think I feel things too? Without you, it's powerful and true. I was good enough on Monday when I caught you by the well. But when I see you Sunday, you act like I'm going to hell. I was good enough for Mary. I was good enough for Sue. I was good enough for Maggie. Ain't I good enough for you? I was good enough for Mary. I was good enough for Sue. I was good enough for Maggie. Ain't I good enough for you? Would you rather be a pauper or be my captive queen? You could be my Cleopatra and I'd be Mark Antony. Will you ride in regal splendor long as you are in my grasp? Or be like Cleopatra and give it all up for an asp? Will you ride in regal splendor long as you are in my grasp? Or be like Cleopatra and give it all up for an asp? Oh, love is for the landed, those of a certain class. The landless poor are lucky just to get a piece of ass. So when you're in your shanty, all alone and feeling blue, just remember what I offered, 'cause it's good enough for you. Don't you think it hurts me deeply? Don't you think I feel things too? I was good enough for Mary, I was good enough for Sue. So when you're in your shanty all alone and feeling blue, just remember what I offered, 'cause it's good enough for you.
Big Boy pauses in a clearing under his tree. He and his totem tree have a brotherly familiarity. The tree is determined to be Tom's second in any struggle. The owl taunts Tom. Luna silences the predator as the tree begins to sing.
Somewhere on the belt, there's a tree, brother, where your fathers knelt on their knees, brother. We have always felt sympathy for one another, tree and man, man and tree. The day that you came forth on this earth, brother, beneath my roots they buried the afterbirth, brother. Our two lives are twined for what it's worth, brother. Tree and man, man and tree. I could be a drum to keep the beat, brother. I could be a stool and be a seat, brother.
and man and tree. If I can be a drum, Lord, let me be a stool. If I can be a drum, Lord, let me be a stool. Let me be a wooden witness, nobody's fool.
Carve for me a sword for the fight, brother. Play me and I'll be your shield for cover. Boil my sap and salve your wounds, brother.
Tree and man and tree. After birth and ashes nourish me, brother. Just as you eat the fruit from the tree, brother. What I exhale, you inhale continually, brother. Tree and man and tree. I could be a mantle or a widow's wooden spool. I could be a mantle or a widow's wooden spool. Let me serve a purpose, be nobody's fool.
Somewhere on the veldt, there's a tree, brother, where your fathers knelt on their knees, brother. We have always felt sympathy for one another.
Tree and man and tree.
Louisa has rejected Bob Stone's high-handed manner. Now she finds Big Boy near his tree and tells him she wants a partner, not a master. She sings Whole Man.
Bring me a whole man and nothing less. Only a whole man can give me that sweet caress that my whole woman is longing for. Don't you bring no half man around my door. I want my whole heart, a half won't do. Only a whole heart can love me through and through. If you love me half-hearted, it won't be nice. You'll only get me halfway to paradise. My whole life I could not see there might be a whole man like you out there for me. I waited my whole life for a real man's touch. I'm not giving it up for half as much.
There's not a living man who can compete without a woman's love. He's incomplete. Not till I have her, hold her, make her mine, will my star begin to shine. So baby, give me what you got to give. The breath upon your lips is what I need to live. Do not deprive me of a brother's due, 'cause you're made for me and I'm made for you. There's not a living man who can
could not see
compete
there might
without a
be a
woman's
whole man
love.
like you
He's
out there for
incomplete.
me.
Not
I
till
waited
I
my
have her,
whole
hold
life
her,
for
make
real
her
man's touch.
mine.
Not
Will
giving
my
it
star
up for
begin
half
to
as
shine?
much.
So baby, give me what you got to give. The breath upon your lips is all I need to live. Do not deprive me of a brother's due, 'cause you're made for me, baby, I'm made for you.
And that is where you
this whole damn song until you're all I need, no longer but in song. Till you stay alone without a hand to hold. Till you're man enough to let me be. You can't be the man for me.
Big Boy responds that he will not bow down to oppression. He is rooted here, invested in the land that has fed them and held them. His people are buried here.
Call me boy, tell me to run, will you save my life if I can? Even now, tell me when to feel as if that too is for you to command. What I wonder, do you tell the stars when to rise? Is it you tell the birds when to take to the skies? Do the trees change their hues at the blink of your eyes? Well, not I, 'cause there ain't no fire, ain't no fist, ain't no hangman gonna make me trust, ain't no devilish hound of hell. Try your torture, it won't work so well. 'Cause I'll do everything I can to show you I'm a man. As this tree is my witness, and as the moon testifies, I've a destiny unrelated to anything that you can surmise. Imagine a world where you don't own it all. Not my dreams, not my loves, not my hands, not my soul. Just a world where our love is beyond your control. By my soul, 'cause there ain't no fire, ain't no fist, ain't no hangman gonna make me twist, ain't no devilish hound of hell. Try your torture, it won't work so well. 'Cause I'll do everything I can to show you I'm a man. 'Cause I've the rage of the ages in my blood, rising with the tempest like a mighty flood. It's bound to overwhelm us both, but I'll stand my ground and by my own. I'll do everything I can to show you I'm a man. 'Cause there ain't no fire, ain't no fist, ain't no hangman gonna make me twist, ain't no devilish hound of hell. Try your torture, it won't work so well. 'Cause I'll do everything I can. I do everything I can. I'll do everything I can to show you I'm a man.
Figures shifted restless-like between lamp and window in the front rooms of the shanties. Shadows of the figures fought each other on the gray dust of the road. Once again, Louisa urges Big Boy to go up north with her. Louisa sings, "Meet me at the station."
off the hanging rope. Choose a life of peace with me, where what you earn is yours. Together we will stand secure. Together we will stand secure. Meet me at the station. I'll be waiting there. There's a brighter nation for those who pay the fare. In the north, it's not a crime to be a poor black man in debt. Leave these fields with no regret. Leave these fields with no regret. Meet me on the platform. Climb aboard the train. Come and praise the future. Sing a new refrain. Come enjoy the full and fruitful labor of your hands in a bright new promised land. In a bright new promised land.
Labor in the cane fields produces syrup sweet, but all that you can savor is somehow incomplete. All your efforts line the pockets of he who owns the land. In the fields you're half a man. In the fields you're half a man. Join us in the city, hear the factory bell. There's work for every man there. One can live quite well. We'll rent a room and raise our children free from fear and care. Freedom's only sweet when shared. Freedom's only sweet when shared.
Louisa leaves Big Boy to pack. She is leaving this place. We see Bob Stone coming down the road toward Big Boy. Big Boy squares himself to meet the oncoming confrontation. The resolution of their conflict on this night of the Red Devil Moon remains a mystery. The night's events still unknown to her, Louisa goes to the station. She is determined to leave on the next train, but waits expectantly for a sign of Tom. So in this closing number, it's Tom's voice that we hear next.
Raise high your voices, raise them high. There's a train in the station, and it's time to say goodbye. Raise high your voices, raise them high. My soul is on the mountain, and it's ready to fly.
Raise high your voices, raise them high. There's a train in the station, and it's time to say goodbye. Raise high your voices,
I miss this shanty town, but we'll make a place for you when your turn comes around. I miss the scent of sugar cane, sweet jasmine and lilac. But we're off to new adventures, and there is no turning back.
Raise high your voices, raise them high. There's a train in the station, and it's time to say goodbye. Raise high your voices, raise them high. My soul is on the mountain, and it's ready to fly.
Once I was a simple man, I did my daily best. But something grew inside of me, pounding in my breast. Now I'm even simpler, I put my trust in God. I do not know which way to go, but step where He has trod. Raise high your voices, raise them high. The train in the station, and it's time to say goodbye. Raise high your voices, raise them high. My soul is on the mountain, and it's ready to
When I could go no further, a broken, shattered man. Somehow the good Lord found me, and He made me whole again. And if the train don't leave the station, we'll lift our voice and sing. And the cars will glide on down the rail, propelled by angels' wings.
raise high your voices, raise them high. Let a train in the station, and it's time to say goodbye. Raise high your voices, raise them high. My soul is on the mountain, and it's ready to fly. Raise high your voices, raise them high. There's a train in the station, and it's time to say goodbye. Raise high your voices, raise them high. My soul is on the mountain, ready to fly. Raise high your voices, raise them high. There's a train in the station, and it's time to say goodbye. Raise high your voices, raise them high. My soul is on the mountain, and it's ready to fly. My soul is on the mountain, and it's ready to
Thank you. I want to acknowledge our musicians. On drums, we got Ray Anthony. On bass, Jerome McKinney.